What's better is The Host. Have you seen The Host? It's a South Korean.
Wouldn't that be you?
No, it's a. I thought it was a Japanese monster, like a modern day Japanese monster movie. It's a South Korean monster movie, and it's like foreign films. You'll be watching, you go, that must be a British thing because I do not get why people are reacting. And then, so this one I'm going, this got to be a South Korean thing. It's like they all have noodles and they all sit and stare at the bowl of noodles, and they're waiting for them to steep. It's like everyone's just staring, and all of a sudden they start eating. I go, now that's a South Korean. This is like a family.
Either that or Tampopo. Remember that?
Oh, that was a good movie. That was a great one.
Anyway, here we are in the Lazy Boy Green Room, talking already with the Bobs. Are in town tonight at Mississippi Studios. Welcome to Portland. You guys have written about the Northwest. I was checking your sort of blog, your travel logs on your website. Was that you?
Yeah.
They talk about your map quest. Been together. There was some argument about this. 26 years, 27
Actually, it is
years.
81 because I have a tape that the original Psycho Killer on a cassette tape, 1981.
Our first gig was July 4th, 1981.
Yeah.
That would be Jack Leahy's 40th birthday party.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
How many Bobs have there been?
Eight in total.
Eight
total.
Yeah.
And you had a bunch of reunion shows a couple of years ago.
We did a 25th anniversary that everybody showed up except for one. Everybody, and he was out working, so.
He had a gig.
Well, he had a gig. He sings with a group called the Diamonds.
Huh.
Remember them? Oh, little darling. It's a
doo-wop kind of?
Yeah, it's a doo-wop. You know.
So there's a DVD out, Sign My Snarling Movie.
Yes.
What's the plot?
It's how come a band could not have any hit songs, any hit record, most of the world, and I'm talking 99.9 something percent, don't know who we are, and yet stay together for 25 and now gone to 27 years. And have great fans and keep performing and putting out records, and people who know who we are in this small group of dozen, they support us so well. And that's pretty much, it started out to being kind of, was going to be a kind of a concert video of our 25th anniversary, which is on there as well. But the filmmaker started doing interviews with fans and stuff, and some of the stuff he was getting was so fabulous.
Bob heads,
and people who would say, I've been to every show in Berkeley they've ever played. We came on the day we got married, and we've been here on our anniversary every time they've been here.
That's a hell of a honeymoon.
I mean,
how romantic.
And I'm like, wow.
That's love.
I mean, that's kind of, when people say that kind of things.
And you hear that and you're like, really?
Yeah, that's what it's. Really? I go, are you kidding?
That's an odd choice.
Okay. I'd have gone to the Bahamas, but you know.
I mean, we have to, but yeah.
Well, I haven't even been to every show we've done.
Yeah, there you go.
It's really funny because it did start really out of the interviews because the filmmaker interviewed all of us and all of the people who've been in the band and even got that eighth member. And people had traveled to these reunion concerts from all over.
Clear across the country.
Yeah, and he kind of went, wow, I think there's something more to this than just a concert film.
Yeah.
And so there are clips from the concert film in the movie, but there's archival footage.
Well, I found a bunch of still pictures too that go way back.
Really old stuff, and it was of course a fascinating evening too to have everybody there. So
people
singing
coming up
different
to
combos
you.
And
people coming up. I started listening to you when I was 5. And they're a foot taller.
Else you don't want to hear.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, how old are you? I don't even tell you.
Just fascinating because there's been so little turnover in this band. That's kind of fascinating too. I'm celebrating 10 years in this band in next month, and it's unbelievable. And Dan's been with us for 4. Most people,
5 almost.
Most people, it's like a long-term thing. They stay with this band for a long.
Well, we have fun, and that's a.
Yeah.
I mean, unlike a lot of groups who tour, we've been very smart, I think, from the very beginning about touring. We never really burned out on the road, which
until today,
speak for yourself.
Kind of. Yeah, but I'm saying not really. Not really. I mean, we know bands, that are touring 250, 300 dates a year. I mean, that's no home. You don't have a home life. That's it.
How many dates average?
We do.
Oh, anywhere from 50 to 125 a year. So
You pace yourself.
We pace ourselves.
Plus, we all do stuff in our hometowns.
And we're singers. We don't have instruments to hide behind.
Right.
So that also lends to not going out too long because you just can't sing.
It's physically possible. I mean, it's easy to forget that, even though you may not necessarily be singing lead on a song, you're constantly covering a part. You're always busy. You're doing something vocally, and to be doing 200 shows a year, it would be physically too much. It would be taxing. It's too physically taxing.
So.
Traveling in airplanes and staying in hotels with forced air, and it adds up.
And the groupies and the limos.
The limos and the booze. My God, the booze.
Yeah, Stan does get booed very often.
Yeah.
The sobriety coach.
It's terrible.
Can't always find an AA meeting, and
They don't always let you on the plane.
I've got my AAA.
Tell me about
a AAA meeting, yeah.
Double A won't tow.
Right.
Strangely enough, I called them when I had a flat, and they gave me
Your
the
classic memory.
12 steps to fix it. But
Tell them I'm thinking about having a drink, and they'll come and they'll
And
take
give you a
care of your
tire.
car.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I've got my 5-year coin from AAA.
You don't have to go to those meetings.
yeah, I said I needed a jump start, and they knew what I meant. I didn't, but they did.
So your new CD, I love the title. I was thinking maybe the working title was "You Can't Keep a Good Dog Off My Monkey." Was that what you were thinking?
Yes, that was the working
But it
title.
is
now.
Yeah, now it is. We're stealing that right
But
now.
you already went to the printers. Get Your Monkey Off My Dog. This is your 14th album.
Yes.
That's a lot of albums.
Yeah.
You started out, you got known with these sort of hybrid, weird covers, and at a certain point you went with original material, and I do mean original material. We're talking about some of your song titles. My favorite today is Dictator in a Polo Shirt, which sounds African when you listen to it, but I always think of Ferdinand Marcos and the see-through sort of Latin American shirts that he used to wear. You want that in a dictator. Be able to see nipples.
We stopped doing all the covers when we got tired of the constant cease and desist orders. So
Oh.
we had to start writing our
Oh,
own
we did.
stuff.
We
Yes.
did.
cheaper now.
We did try. James Brown did try to sue us.
Really?
Yeah, we did a parody of "Papa's Got a Brand New Bag" on our Christmas record. It was called "Santa's Got a Brand New Bag,"
It's rocking.
and it's basically the night before Christmas. The story with the "Papa's Got a Brand New Bag" musical background. It was the guy on the record with us was Jonathan Katz, the comedian who did that, and we actually got the record company actually got called by the lawyers of James Brown, and who said James does not like people making fun of his music. And we were like, yeah, so what?
Seems reasonable.
Yeah,
Like
like
make a
what?
living.
Yeah.
So it was more like having fun with the music. It wasn't, I mean, 'cause
Well, it was a
nothing we
parody.
do is
It was-
making fun.
Yeah.
Really, even if we re-lyric things,
We parody it.
By default, he just assumed.
Yeah.
that you're making
Well, what
it.
was funny is then that the record company was a small record company, and they didn't want to take on his phalanx of lawyers. So they told him they would take it off. And the funniest thing is that all they did for like several pressing was take off the name off the back of the
cover.
car.
But not off the record itself.
So you'd go to the track 7, and then it would say track 8, but then in between it would be this tune.
It's just Bob's.com or not the Bob's?
Just Bob's.
Just Bob's.
No, the
Bob's.com.
Bob's is a porn site.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is
Or
it?
maybe.
Wait,
You can go
I
there
don't know,
if
might
you
not
want.
be anymore.
Here
I
at
don't
KINK,
know.
we've had similar
Yeah.
problems.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And they
I get those
also,
breathless calls. What's your website again? Oh, I got something else. Okay.
Yeah.
At Mississippi Studios tonight, I have a great gig.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.